All right, so this is Bhillz podcast. We got a special guest today, Grime-E. I appreciate you being here, man. So, for the people that just getting familiar with you, tell people a little bit about like who you are and some of the things that you do.
Right on. Yeah, I'm Grime-E. I'm one of the founders of Chaos Collective. We're a KC based, collective of artists. We do all sorts of different genres, mainly rap, but we try to spread out and do other genres. Do what we can. We're always open for collaborations. All that. Been at it for about 10 years, maybe a little more. But we're really starting to do a big push with our music.
That's what's up. So we gotta jump into one of these songs.
Right
The
on.
first one we go play is Grime-E, Young Pharaoh, Can't Hang With Us. So tell us a little bit about it before we play it.
Yeah, so me and Young Pharaoh, we've been rapping together for several years now. We have several collab albums out. This was our first one off of our latest album, which is actually fully out now, called "Trapping Out Silent Hill." And we just wanted to make a song, sort of like a mission statement about who we are, the can't fuck with us type of shit. But despite that message, we're open to collaborations. We love working with other artists. It's just we be on some rapper shit. Gotta let people know.
For sure, for sure. So where can people find this song? It's obvious it's on YouTube, but what other platforms do y'all have it on?
Right now we're just strictly on YouTube because we're not trying to make any money. We're trying to get our name out there. So it's just on YouTube at the moment.
Okay. All right. So we'll get right into it. This is Young Pharaoh, Grime-E, Can't Hang With Us, Trapping Out the Silent Hill. So is that the name of the album, Trapping Out Silent Hill?
Yeah.
All right, bet.
Can hang with a sweet dangerous, known to shatter fragile ego. Everywhere that we go, people peeping like we evil. Seek the steeple if you feeble, cause the passion be so deep. Desert ego will delete you while we sit like kings we regal. But gutter trash, turn you to ash if you even ask. Hand me the gas and I burn a path, I'm here to last. You here for fast cash, no passion. Clicking clack, ghetto tack, don't need no wagon. We so far past that we laughing. Speak of action, move a fraction, flip a fuck you to your faction. Caught them lacking with a gang, numb them down like Novocaine. Shit gon' splatter, hit the vein, make those fuckers say my name. So pick it up, we sick as fuck, the best that you will know. We lick it up, make you hit the dust, so fried your mind will go. Don't make a fuss, can't hang with us, repeat that so you know. Get that itch into your mind, don't be slacking on my time. Get your ass back in the line, pull a bitch and she ain't down. We gon' pay you back in kind. My talk is explosive, it's potent, walking down the block. Once I get it in motion, you hope my shooters fucking slump. Fucking pump it, your breastplate, I cock it back, I make it dump. Now you fuck got a lump in your throat, I'm choking on some rumps. I'm blowing nosies, pockets full of posies all around the stump. Where your body was, you probably was a bitch with the funk. You see your hobby was too obvious, talk shit and feel the brunt of my cocky with the body, throw you down in the hump. I'm chopping up your fucking body with the saw, you just a chump. More like clump of body matter, fucking shatter in the front of your lower cortex. Even a shunt can't help you run. I don't mean to flex, my knife goes through your neck. It's hot just like the sun. That valley in the vortex, antimatter gets you done. Pitter patter with the gun. Little matters when you hung up on the gallows. Ain't no frontin', press the button just for fun. Switch the flick to fully auto, full of hollows, get you spun. I swear to God, I ain't the one.
Yeah, this shit is dope, man. I fuck with it. I like it, man. But I got you muted a little because that she was like doing feedback. But I like it. So
Thanks, I appreciate that.
So what was it that made you like really want to sit down and make your first like actual song? Like, you know what I mean? Where you were like, I'm gonna make a song. Like, what was it that made you want to do that?
Well, ever since I was a kid, I've always really been into music. I used to want to be a comic book artist, but I noticed every time, I was sitting there and I was drawing, I was always listening to music. And, I thought, music has just changed me in so many different ways. Music has saved my life. So if I can do that for like just one other person, then it's all worth it. I think music is an amazing thing because you can be one person and click play on a song, and by the end of it, you can be a whole different individual. It can change your perspective in like a myriad of different ways. And I wanna bring that out of other people. And plus, it's like therapy for me. I put all my anger, all my emotions, it's like my diary put to music essentially.
For sure. So what do you think is the best like project you have out right now? Like if somebody's listening to this, other than the song that we just played, or if that is that one, then you can say that one. But what would be the song that you would like, tell everybody to go check out?
My personal favorite, people seem to have a different opinion than me about what my best music is, but I think my personal favorite is I have a song off of my solo album, which is also completely out right now, called Of the World, and the song is called Industrial Hell. I'm a big fan of that one.
All right, so and that's exclusively on YouTube as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think makes you stand out as an artist?
Well, I don't see a lot of other people in the scene, underground or otherwise, really doing exactly what me and the other people on my team are doing. I get a little political with my music, sort of like the way I try to describe it to people is my goal is to be both more metal and more rap than Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
So, and I don't see a lot of other people doing that. And, hip hop in general has its roots in, politics and, socioeconomical situations. So, I definitely try to touch on that because I feel like it's really part of the root of the genre.
All right. So what's your favorite like part about making music?
Definitely the writing. Just be that moment where, it kind of switches in your brain and it's like suddenly you're on autopilot and it doesn't even feel like you're writing it anymore. When all the thoughts just come flowing out, that flow state, man, there's nothing like that.
Yeah, like I always say like that if you have to force it, then it's not the one. You know what I mean? Like good songs always like just come together on their own. Like you ain't gotta sit there and try to, you know what I mean, like force them together and shit. So
yeah, the best stuff just comes out. I think I've written some of my best songs like in one sitting in like an hour.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. But so tell us about Clout Machine. That's the next video that we go play.
So Clout Machine is also from my solo album, Of the World. And so this song is kind of about social media and influencers and stuff like that. I don't know. I feel like a lot of artistry has been stripped away, especially from the rap game. And this song is a little bit of a criticism about that. A lot of people don't want to be artists. They just want to be influencers. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's crazy because then you got like the other side where like all I want to be is an artist, but everything that I do is just to try to get people to pay attention to my music. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Podcasts with the streams, like everything. It's like the opposite with me. You know what I mean? Like I just wanted to be an artist because it's true. Because nowadays, if you want to be an artist, you have to almost put yourself out there as like an influencer, or streamer, or like at least do lives or do something, you know what I mean, to get people to pay attention to you. You know what I mean? It's like
it's sort of it's kind of like a chicken or the egg situation, where it's like, oh well, do I become an influencer so that people hear my music, or do I become my music and then kind of stumble into being more of an influencer just because people care about the opinion? It's a hard dance.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so we gonna get into this, man. Y'all go check this out on YouTube. This is Grime-E. This is Clout Machine official music video.
I am just a clout machine. I do it for the views. I am just a clout machine. I do it to amuse. I am just a clout machine, the algorithm's friend. I'll feed your short attention span until this world will end. I am just a clout machine, more content for your eyes. Watch me go and make a vlog about these suicides. I'm a soulless product cause I've got nothing inside. I am just a stopgap between you and what to buy. I am product placement all over your apps. I am suggested content made to help you to relax. I am the bread and circus for society's collapse. And if you think twice, well, I can put a pin in that. I am just a clout machine, I do it for the views. I am just a clout machine, I do it to amuse. I am just a clout machine, the algorithm's friend. I'll feed your short attention span until this world will end. I am just a clout machine, let me rot your brain. I normalize behavior that should be seen as deranged. I'm helping to distract and make you laugh at human pain. And I don't ask for anything but monetary gain. I am just a content farm, won't find me IRL. But if you send me DMs, then my heart react will swell. Am I real or AI gen? It may be hard to tell. I am just a slave to this, subscribe and ring the bell.
Alright. That's what's up. Definitely got a message in there. So what do you feel about the current music scene?
You know, I think there's a lot of good and bad when it comes to the current music scene. I think 2024 in general was a great year for music. You know, Kendrick was steady putting out bangers. You know, Tyler the Creator with Chromacopia, Denzel Curry's Kings of the Mischievous South. You know, there was a lot of really good music coming out. You know, same with the underground scene. You know, I really fuck with a lot of the stuff that they're doing on Dirtcore, which is an underground label. I fuck with a lot of their artists. You know, I think in general, it's really good. But, you know, then on the other hand, you know, like kind of I referenced in the song and about what it's about, you know, then there's all these artists that, you know, will put out albums with only one good song because they know that, you know, their bread and butter comes from like TikTok plays, you know, and stuff like that. So, you know, I think it's a really mixed bag right now. And I think real artists really have a big opportunity right now to make themselves known and stand out from, you know, the little tidbit people and, you know, the people who just want to release their snippets.
Yeah, and a lot of it's because it's so like easy for people to put out their music now and stuff, especially get them in the streaming stores or you know, so it's like everybody wants to be a star. You know what I mean? Whenever it used to be like you had to invest in yourself, go to a real studio, you know what I mean, pay $40 an hour, get some CDs pressed up or whatever it was. You know what I mean? Now it's like so easy, people can just make music. So, you know, it's a good thing, but at the same time, it's a bad thing because it makes it harder to be. You know, you got to do more to stand out, you know, out the crowd and stuff, you know?
Yeah, the market's really saturated. And, you know, I think overall it's probably a good thing that, you know, the barrier to entry when it comes to music, especially, you know, rap, I would say that's probably one of the, you know, easier, like monetarily speaking, easier genres to get in because you don't really need to buy like any big equipment or, you know, anything like that. You know, I started out on a Windows 95 PC and a Rock Band microphone. But, you know, it does oversaturate the market with a lot of, you know, really low effort stuff, you know, just from those people that, you know, they want to be famous for the sake of being famous. You know, it's not about the art.
Well, with rap nowadays and rap, R&B, all that, like, you know what I mean? Even some people that do rock but aren't like real, like actually play the instruments, you know, like you don't even, all you need now is a phone and you know, download BandLab or one of the websites, you know, you don't even need any equipment. You could, you know what I mean, put out music for free like that, you know what I mean? And it's a good way to start. Like if you're just trying to start, and because you know what I mean, the tools on there are similar to like Pro Tools or Logic or other tools. So you can kind of learn, you know what I mean, before you jump all the way in, you know, because it's definitely an investment, you know what I mean? Whenever you really get good quality, you know, product and stuff.
Oh yeah, for years, you know, me and my buddy, we were using Audacity, and now everything that we have coming out at this point is now all through FL, and like that jump in quality was huge. And you know, so my buddy Young Pharaoh, he does our production. You know, he mixes and masters all our stuff. And you know, I taught him how to use like Audacity early on. You know, I just showed him all the basic shit I knew, but I've never really been huge on the engineering side. I don't know, it's very technical, and you know, that's just one of my weaker points is on the more technical stuff. I'm way more on the artistic side. But he locked the fuck in on that. And now he's a wizard in FL. I'm nowhere near that level now.
Yeah, for sure. So what projects do you have that are coming out, you know, or that are out right now, or what projects do you have that are coming out for 2025, or any kind of events or anything that you got going on?
So you know, we just wrapped up releasing both me and Young Pharaoh's collab album Trapping Out of Silent Hill. My new solo album also just came out, Of the World. And you know, Young Pharaoh actually drops his first song off of his new album Reasons. That's going to be up today. And so over the next couple weeks, that's going to be uploaded. I got another mixtape coming up called Nothing But Bars. Sort of just a little, I wouldn't say it's like the scraps of stuff I didn't use, but you know, sometimes you end up hearing a beat and you know, you're just feeling it so hard that you just write through the whole beat. You know, you never throw in a chorus or anything like that. So I just collaborated all those songs together, and I'm putting them out in a tape. I've also got another project with one of our artists that isn't really they haven't put anything out yet, but their name is YTB. So me and them, we got a collaboration project coming out called the Brokey Boys. That'll be after Young Pharaoh's album, and probably before my next EP as well.
That's dope. So so do y'all have any shows coming up, or have you got a chance to perform yet?
So we've done one performance, but especially with the weather, you know, you're in Missouri too, right? You know the you know the shitstorm we just got. You know, right now we're just sort of hitting open mics. We want to make sure our stage presence is on point before we get any official shows. But, you know, we've hit an open mic at a skate bar in KC. They do it on Tuesdays. We try to be there as often as possible. Obviously, probably not this week because there's a foot of snow outside, but
more than a foot, man.
yeah.
Like seriously, it's crazy out there right now. But
yeah, my cat tried to run outside today, and he was like, nope.
So what are some artists that inspire you or that have inspired you?
You know, I have a really weird range of of influences. And it's not a short list. I'll try to keep it to like maybe a top 5.
Okay.
And you know, so my first one really it kind of shocks most people because it's Alanis Morissette, and people are like, you don't make music like that. Like,
but before you go to the next one, that's funny because that's what I always say, that same shit, like that Jagged Little Pill album, because it didn't like the she got some jams like the Mary Jane song, like I'm with you on that one though. Like I'll be getting the same looks because I tell people that I've said that in actual interviews where I jumped on people's shit. It was like, yeah, I was inspired by Alanis Morissette, and they'd be like, what?
Yeah. It's kind of, it seems out of left field, but like I don't know. I really like a lot of the vibes from that music, and plus, you know, I grew up on it, so like that's like core influence, you know.
Yeah, I remember that was like the first CD that I really had because it was like my sister's CD, and I ended up like snatching it from her. Like that Jagged Little Pill, and it's because people that are writers, you know what I mean, and like to, you know, be lyrical and stuff, they're gonna appreciate that because she's a good songwriter. Like that's like her thing, you know what I mean? Like
yeah, and you know, she I've watched some interviews with her as well, and you know, one of the things that she has said is that she just journals and then takes that and creates songs with it. And I think that's an amazing way to, you know, to come up with songs, because, you know, I feel like most artists know that a good song is sort of a conversation with you and yourself, but a great song is a conversation with you and your audience, you know? So she takes that internal monologue and makes it relatable.
For sure.
So some others from my list. A real big fan of Disturbed. you know, especially their first album, The Sickness. I mean, I don't feel like they ever re-attained that, but you know, I loved that early 2000s new metal kind of rap rock kind of sound that they had.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Lil Darky as well. He's a big inspiration. You know, he's one of the people that really ingrained in me the fact that like you don't have to stay within like one kind of genre, because like he'll make a punk song, a thrash metal song, a boom bop rap song. You know, he just goes all over the place, and I personally find that like very inspiring.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, I really like City Morgue. There's some really good trap metal shit. And you know, of course, I gotta give it to Tyler, the Creator, too. You know, another genuine ass artist out there. You know, and you know, he's another person that really switches up a lot of his. You know, he doesn't really stick to one genre either. You know, he likes coming out and surprising people.
For sure, for sure. All right, so this is the last question. So before we wrap it up, what would you like people to know about you as an artist?
You know, I would say just that, you know, you're not going to find someone who has a more genuine passion for music, you know, at least not on the level I'm at. You know, ever since I was a kid, I think I got my first drum set when I was like 7 or 8. And pretty much ever since then, I've just wanted that feeling of, you know, being on stage, connecting with people. You know, like I said in the beginning, you know, music can change lives, and you know, that's just I feel like that's my purpose.
For sure. I mean, I appreciate you coming on here. So before we jump on here, let people know like where they can find you at, like what to search under and all that.
Yeah. We our channel is called Chaos Collective, spelled with a K, on YouTube. It might be a little hard to find. You might have to scroll down a little bit, but it's there. We don't really have a lot of social medias. Most of social media is just run through my Facebook page. You can find that by searching Jake Inns. That's where I post all our music stuff for, you know, the whole collective. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We try to keep it pretty small in the social media presence, try to keep it conglomerated, you know.
For sure. I appreciate you coming on here, man.
I appreciate you having me, bro.